In a rare and moving public appearance, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis joined their parents, the Prince and Princess of Wales, at a deeply symbolic ceremony in London, marking the 80th anniversary of Victory in Europe Day. A moment that brought the horrors of war to an end and peace to millions across the continent. The young royals, often shielded from the public eye, stood proudly beside King Charles and Queen Camilla, as over 1,300 servicemen and women from the UK Armed Forces and NATO allies marched past some of London's most iconic landmarks. The commemorative military parade, a powerful visual reminder of the sacrifices made by so many, wound its way through the capital, concluding at Buckingham Palace, where the royal family gathered in solemn reflection and celebration. The Wales children arrived just before the official start of the parade, settling into the royal viewing area alongside war veterans and dignitaries. In an endearing and genuine gesture, George, Charlotte, and Louis were seen engaging directly with the veterans, shaking hands and listening closely to their stories. Moments that captured the essence of continuity between the past and the future of the monarchy. Catherine, Princess of Wales, looked effortlessly elegant in a deep purple Amelia Wickstead ensemble paired with nude heels, a regal yet respectful choice. Prince William wore the formal RAF No. 1 uniform, symbolizing both his personal military service and his role as heir to the throne. Meanwhile, George, Charlotte, and Louis were perfectly coordinated in classic navy tones, subtly mirroring their father's attire. One heart-melting moment saw little Prince Louis, now 7 years old, gently brushing a speck of lint from his father's jacket. An unscripted gesture that perfectly encapsulated the closeness and warmth of the family. William leaned in to explain the significance of the parade to his youngest son, offering a glimpse into the private bonds that sustain the royal household in their most public moments. Among the veterans in attendance was 101-year-old Bernard Morgan, a D-Day codebreaker who joined the Royal Air Force on his 18th birthday in 1942. He spent the next 5 years helping to turn the tide of war through intelligence work. Catherine was seen animatedly conversing with him, her genuine interest evident as she listened and shook his hand, a powerful image of one generation honoring another. George and Charlotte were seen focusing intently during the exchange, soaking in the history with visible respect. These small yet powerful moments are what make the monarchy relatable and emotionally resonant. Children who one day may be kings and queens, learning directly from those who made peace possible. The King and Queen led the royal party from their place near the Queen Victoria Memorial. King Charles wore the naval uniform No. 1 dress without medals, an echo of his grandfather, King George VI, who famously did the same on VE Day in 1945. Queen Camilla wore a sapphire blue wool crepe dress by Fiona Clare, adorned with the 12th Royal Lancers brooch, a touching tribute to her late father. Princess Anne honored her mother, the late Queen Elizabeth II, by donning the uniform of the First Aid Nursing Yeomanry, the same group Her Majesty wore on the Buckingham Palace balcony on the original VE Day. Also present were the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, Vice Admiral Sir Tim Lawrence, the Duke of Kent, and political leaders including Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer. Thousands of spectators lined the mall, many of them arriving the night before, just to secure a prime view. Proof that this anniversary, even 80 years later, still resonates deeply with the British public. Street parties, memorial services, and local parades are taking place across the UK. From London to Leeds, from Cardiff to the coast, citizens are raising their flags not just to commemorate a historic military victory, but to honor the everyday courage of those who lived through unimaginable fear and loss. Prime Minister Starmer echoed this sentiment in an open letter to veterans, writing, "VE Day is a chance to acknowledge again that our debt to those who achieved it can never fully be repaid." He added that the victory was not just for Britain, but for Europe and the free world. A message underscored by the presence of military representatives from the US, France, and even Germany in the London parade. For George, Charlotte, and Louis, this was more than a day out. It was a milestone in their understanding of duty, memory, and the legacy they will one day inherit. In a time of shifting public opinion and tabloid drama, the sight of 3 children quietly shaking hands with the men and women who once fought to defend the very freedoms we enjoy today is the kind of moment that cuts through the noise. It reminds us what the monarchy is meant to stand for: tradition, service, and continuity. And on this 80th anniversary of VE Day, the message could not be clearer. The past is remembered, the present is united, and the future is quietly watching, learning, and preparing.